So welcome back to Mind the Snap. This week we have a special guest joining us. Welcome to the show, Victoria. How you
Thank you
doing?
so much for having me. I'm great. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're
Are
good,
you all
yeah.
excited for the new season coming up?
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm running some fantasy football, which is drafting tonight. We did it right to butt up to the season, so I feel like that's just making kind of like the drama and the excitement go up. And obviously, I already have my gear on, so I'm pretty ready to go.
You're ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So what we tend to do normally, we have a kind of similar format, so we can at the end of the season look at what we're trying to do, try and get as many different teams as we can represented, and then with some predictions, so we kind of pit you up against our next guest next week. So yeah, yeah, cool. So the first question on our list is who do you follow?
So I am a Lions fan, as you can tell from my top.
Yeah.
Yeah, Detroit Lions fan, but I'm from San Diego, so not in Detroit, in California. So representing from the West Coast.
Are you into the Lions? What made you support the Lions?
So I was on a second date about 3 years ago, and I love a bet over like something ridiculous. So we made a bet over a game of pool that if I lost, I had to be a Lions fan, and if he lost, he had to buy me the third date because I usually pay for the third date. And I'm horrible at pool, so I'm horrible at pool, and I was like 2.5 drinks in, and I lost, and I just decided, you know what? This is it for me. I'd wanted to be like an NFL fan for a while, but never had like a good reason and didn't have any friends who were into
Yeah.
it. So when I lost the bet, I was like, even if this relationship doesn't work out, like I'm in it. And we ended up dating for like 2.5 years. And so we got,
Nice.
yeah, really, really deep in it. And then we actually recently broke up. And I asked the girls on TikTok, I was like, should I stay a Lions fan or should I like quit and go somewhere else?
Yeah, yeah.
And the girls were like, "No, you're ours now. Like you can't leave us." And then one girl was like, "You've just had your true induction into Lions fandom, which is absolute heartbreak. So you have to stay now."
I love that. That's really
Yeah,
good.
that's
I
good.
mean, not a bad team to get, to be honest, out
Exactly.
of
Yeah,
all that.
It was like
it could have
literally
been the
perfect
Saints.
timing. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. If you lose the
Yeah,
game, you're a Saints fan.
yeah,
yeah,
that would have been the punishment.
yeah.
So, what would you say was your welcome to the NFL moment?
Okay,
So the bit that
so
says like, "This is for me. This is
Yeah, I want to follow NFL.
okay, I feel like I don't really have one of those. Probably just like losing the bet and committing. Like I got a jersey like 3 weeks later. But my moment when I really like realized like I'm a different person now was I went to the Lions 49ers playoff game in San Francisco, but I didn't buy a ticket to the game. I went to a bar with all my 49ers fans. So I like was nervous to take my puffer jacket off because I had like my Lions jersey on. There was not
Yeah.
one other Lions fan in the building. And these like guys kind of started chirping in my ear. And I turned around and I chirped right back and was like, if you don't know your stats, don't talk to me like that. And they were like, you know your stats? And then I like went at them and they like couldn't respond because I roasted them with stats. And I sat back down and I was like, I don't know who that was. I don't know what came over me, but I was like, okay, I guess I'm like
You're
really
in.
deep in it now if
Yeah.
I'm fighting random men in a San Francisco bar.
yeah." That will do it. Yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Definitely involved in the NFL now then if you've got all the stats going.
Yeah, you know.
yeah. Yeah, we could have had you on chat yesterday, helping us pick our teams. It
Yeah,
was
you'd have been a good help on our fantasy teams last night, yeah.
my cousin joined, and he's not watched NFL since the Raiders were in LA.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah, I mean that's much
uh,
longer than me. I know my Lions stats, but the other teams, sometimes I gotta look up some stuff sometimes. Like I know
so
the
he took
players that I
so
like.
he took the full 2 minutes every time to pick his player.
No, 2 minute draft is too long.
That was like you've had so much time to pick when everyone else is picking. How do you not know who you're going for now?
Yeah, like when you're 4 minutes away, 2 picks away, like you should have it locked and loaded.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
the only time you should take 2 minutes is when your pick goes in like the 10 second, like when your pick goes
yeah,
right before your turn. Then you need the full 2 minutes to like readjust.
yeah.
But
Agreed.
He
otherwise,
he,
2 minutes is too long.
he was first, so he had on the second loop he has like 4 minutes to choose two
4
players.
minutes to pick. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My guy's just I think he just wanted to make everyone sweat maybe. He was like, let's just
That we
play the
think maybe
game
it was. That's
to
what we're
like make
thinking.
everyone a little mad, and then maybe if they're angry they'll have worse picks because you're like
He's putting
less
the pressure on
regulated.
us. That's what he's
Yeah,
going for. Yeah.
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 So
I thought
he knew what he was doing. You know,
He
where you
did.
guys are all mad, and he planned this from the jump.
I think we've been hustled, haven't we?
Well, I think we were being hustled at the time. That's what I can think.
Yeah. If he wins, you were 100% hustled.
Yeah. So you said about how you picked your team. Was that the first NFL team? What got you into the NFL in general?
Yeah, so I grew up in San Diego. We had the Chargers, which we we just like my family wasn't big fans, so we just like didn't really care. And then when the Chargers left to go to LA, like I'm a San Diego Padres fan, a baseball team,
Oh, nice.
and yeah, and the Padres like we don't like the Dodgers like at all. The Dodgers like don't care as much about
Yeah.
us, but we like really dislike them. And so when the Chargers went to LA, I was like, I can't with this LA stuff. Like, I'm out. I'm out of here. I've never been that big of a fan. I don't own a jersey, so I'm out. And but then San Diego only has like baseball there, and we have like a minor league hockey league. We have like soccer going on now, so it's like growing. But before that, there just like wasn't that much sport going on, or like kind of like major league sport. Um, and so I just like I didn't go to college with football either. So a lot of like Americans go to like Alabama. If you guys watch college football, like SEC football, Big Ten football. I
Yeah.
didn't go to any of those schools. Oh yeah, yeah. There you go. Um, I didn't go to. Oh my god, I love it. I didn't go to any of those schools. So like we didn't have. I went to UC Davis, and I went to 5 football games, and I was always jealous of like these girls are like game day, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Like I don't do that. I don't know how to tailgate. And so then when I like lost the bet, I was like, this is my time to like lean in and be inducted by someone who's been a fan for 30 years. So I was like, all right, this is my time to shine
Get
here
it.
because I'd never
Yeah.
had it before.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
Wait, how did you guys get into the NFL? Because you're obviously not from America.
So for me, I was taken by work when the Giants coming to the 2010, 2011 Super Bowl. I was taken 2, 3 times to the games. I went to the first round playoffs, and then when they won, the corporate tickets got taken by the other guys. So it was okay me going up there on a weekend, but
Yeah.
when it looked like they were going to win, no access to tickets, and having a free ticket in a corporate area, to then looking at paying $1,200, $1,300 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I'll watch it in a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I went up to
But my
the
one was a bit different. I'll go on, Glenn, keep going.
and then so I was a Giants fan, but I wasn't really a Giants fan. It's just I was a Giants fan, Knicks fan, Yankees fan because I was taken there.
Yeah. You're close
And then
by.
we didn't really have access to the NFL as much. And then then I started working in Wisconsin, and I was taken to Camp Randall to watch the Badgers. And I thought,
Okay.
and then I reignited that spark
Yeah.
for
You were like,
American
oh, I
football.
remember now. I
Yeah,
remember why
right.
I love that so
Yeah,
much and why I
yeah.
was so disappointed when they stole my tickets from me.
Yeah, and then and then our TV provider uh, got bought by Comcast.
Okay.
So we started getting the Comcast coverage on Sky on our satellite TV,
Nice.
so we can
Yep.
start watching
Yeah.
the games again. But we had no access really for games, did we, for years? Maybe
Not
like
for a long time. Yeah, yeah.
one game a week, maybe. It's
That's
at
wild.
1 2 a.m. But now we get
Now we've
the
got loads now. Yeah. Got
Really?
Red
we got
Zone,
we got too many, haven't
3
we?
games. Yeah, it's on all the time now, which is really good. Good for us.
You guys, do you guys have like, so I think I saw something the other day that says like if you want to watch every NFL game from the States, you have to, it's like $1,100 in subscriptions because they have like CBS, Fox, Amazon Prime, YouTube TV, probably other ones that I'm missing. If you want Red Zone,
Yeah.
where do you guys watch them?
So we've got every game on. Is it DAZN?
So
DAZN.
yeah,
Every
They've got
game?
and then they have
there's
one
some
game per week.
blackout games.
They have
Yeah,
one game per weekend's blacked out. But we have our other provider, which is owned by Comcast, has that game.
Uh, are
So we've
you,
got
so
every
you watch every game. This is insane. You watch every
we
game on
we
one
can.
service.
pretty
I've
much,
been
yeah.
wanting to move to Europe for a while, but I think now's my time. I'm gonna go join the freaking German Lions Club because
Yes.
dang America, just trying to get our money, and it's working because I'm gonna pay it.
You
They're gonna
pay
get
it,
my
yeah, you will,
thousand
yeah, no,
dollars.
yeah, yeah.
But we're
Wow.
the same though for soccer, for football. It's so expensive for us here. We've got to have
Yeah.
Amazon Prime, uh,
You gotta have everything pretty much in your subscription wise.
TNT Sports they call it, which is owned by Warner Brothers. Then Netflix had some games this year, and
Okay.
then we got Sky, which is owned by Comcast, and then we have other games on normal cable TV, as you would call it. So we've
Mm.
got, and that costs hundreds of £100 a month for that. But but in the US, it's only 11.99 a month for ESPN, all the games,
That is so crazy.
and
I mean, from
we don't get any 3 o'clock kickoffs, so we only get like 5 games a weekend to see out of the 19.
I'm trying to think what time 3 o'clock is that the 10 a.m. games? You guys are like seven.
We're 8 hours in front of the West Coast, and then 5 hours in front of East Coast. Yeah, quick maths.
So that'd be
Yeah,
like 8 a.m.
yeah.
But we don't really have that many 8 a.m.s.
Not NFL games, you wouldn't do, will you?
Mm-mm. Maybe like one randomly, but usually it's 10 a.m. because I have enough time to like wake up, go for a run, get a coffee,
You're good to
and
go.
then park my booty on the couch for the next 12 hours.
Well, that's a good segue into it, Victoria. So, what's your predictions for the Lions this year? What do you think is going to happen?
Well, let me tell you. Um, I need to set up for this one. Okay, I'm really excited for the Lions because I think one of the reasons, so like a lot of people in the US have kind of, like when your team sucks, you just like find another team to like co-root for.
Yeah, yeah,
And the Lions, at least in the last 2 seasons, very much like became that team for a lot of people. And I'm really excited because we have a lot of like showmen on our team. It's like Aiden Hutchinson coming back is insane. Like people can't talk enough about that. Jamison Williams has had like some conduct, well,
yeah.
pushy on the conduct side, but I,
Just a little bit.
yeah, I don't want to talk smack because I love JMO. Um, but I think that he's matured. So he's been in the league for a couple years now. And I think that he's matured a lot on the field and off the field. And so I think that we're going to see a more mature player, which I think is just going to be super fun to watch. And if you put like maturity with his charisma, like really, we're going to see some incredible we've already seen some incredible plays from him. So I feel like that's going to be super amplified. I am like so annoyed. I don't know what your guys' media, like what media you're consuming is telling you, but we're seeing so much of like Jared Goff is like number 18 and like people are not putting him in the top 5 of anything. And I'm like, on what
Yeah.
grounds? Like on what are you smoking before you're reading the stats from last year? And like, what do you think truly like people like Ben Johnson left. And I'm like, Jared Goff has been playing under Ben Johnson. Jared Goff knows everything that Ben Johnson thinks and the way that he thinks. And Jared Goff wouldn't have been able to lead this team as far as he's led it if he wasn't smart enough up here to do
Enough to do
that.
it. Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
His
like one of
stats
the most,
last year were amazing, weren't they? Like, he was on
yeah.
fire last year.
Yeah, now people are like, I don't know, he's like the 30th best player in the league. Oh, it's exhausting. So I'm excited. Jared recently I saw like a quote from him, and I don't know if this was like a really recent quote or not, but he says, I love playing as the underdog, so I'm happy that people are treating
That's
us
why I'd
like the
like that.
underdog again, because
Yeah,
I think it's like some of the pressure is kind of like the expectations are lower. Um, but I just think it's like a little, I'm not loving the media side on the Lions. And I think that anytime a team is like good for longer than one season, people want to like tear them down. But the one other player that I'll mention is, well, okay, I have two because it's like Gibbs and Demo. Like Montgomery, I think is the most underrated player on the Lions.
yeah, we
And
think so.
He's
yeah, like
he's in all my fantasy drafts.
really,
Yeah.
He is
yeah.
really underrated. I'm with you. I think he's well underrated as a running back. He is so good.
Yeah. And I mean just look at the guy. Like you can see when someone has power. And like that guy's power is off the charts. And they talk about like, Gibbs and Montgomery together, but really Gibbs has gotten a lot of the spotlight. And so Montgomery recently said like it's my time to like prove myself essentially. And so I'm really excited to see what kind of like vigor and fervor he comes out with this year because I think he's tired of being like as much as he's happy and like seems like a really good quality guy,
Yeah,
but I think that it's like time for him to get his bag to like prove it to himself but also prove it to everyone else. And I think that this season he will do that because Gibbs has been also playing in a receiver position in practice. So we're seeing Gibbs not only
oh,
running the
nice.
ball, but receiving as well. And so if Gibbs is receiving, then Demo will likely come up as that RB1.
RB1. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to watch kind of those storylines play out this year.
Where do you think the Lions will go to? Are we going all the way to the Super Bowl? Is that obviously that's the goal? But do you think that's realistic for the Lions this year?
Honestly, I do think it's realistic. I think that we have like a team of animals. Like, we have a
Yeah,
team
yeah.
of animals. Like, I mean, we had so many injuries last year, and I kind of hate like the injury bit where people are like, "Oh, well, we were injured, so that's why we weren't good." Like, if you're good, you're good, even if you have a couple. And I mean, granted, the Lions got like decimated last year, um, but I think that like all of the ingredients are there, and I think that they do have some like older, mature players on the team that even with a change in coaching staff can lead them. I think that it's like it's theirs to lose essentially.
Yeah, we spoke about it on our first episode around that we do a feeling the heat or a star man from each of the divisional things. So we're like talking about it'd be good to see how Graham Glasgow, if he gets back his centre position, and how that
Yeah,
works, and how because Frank Ragnow is a big shoes to fill in that space.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that that's
Yeah, 'cause we put
interesting.
predictions in it to we think they'll be challenging or winning the conference title.
It should be. Yeah, conference
Yeah,
should be a good target. I'd say. I mean, all
yeah,
the Super Bowl, obviously Super Bowl, but
Right.
conference finals.
Yeah, I do feel like there's like a big crop of really, really like disgustingly good teams.
Yeah,
And so it's like I'm a Lions fan, and obviously like I see our depth, I see our quality, but it's like a little naive to believe that it's not going to be an absolute claw up an icy mountain to get to the top this year.
and it's the group of death, isn't it?
it's a
The
hard
conference is probably
division, isn't it? Yeah.
the hardest conference
Yeah.
in football. It's
Yeah. And now a lot of people have put the Packers above us.
Really?
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So there's like, oh, it's a lot of like analysts and stuff like that are putting the Packers above the Lions.
from one player though, isn't it?
Parsons coming in.
One player wasn't the missing ingredient, was he? He's whilst he is a great
Yeah.
player,
And then it's
great
also
signing.
like
He's not like
everyone's rating the Packers like this now, but then like an injury report comes out. So it's like, what is going on here? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, I think Micah Parsons is a dog. I don't want to play against him. I don't want to have him on the other team. That doesn't sound fun to me. If I like imagine myself in the game going against Micah Parsons, like
You don't
I
be
don't
going
want.
against him. Yeah.
I'm like, you're just toast. But I don't think that Micah Parsons can take a team that's gotten beat by the Lions so many times recently, like to be.
Yeah.
He's also not. He's not a Barkley. He's not
Yeah.
a
Yeah. And
Eric
like,
Henry. Is he? He's kind of that's the ingredient they're missing for me. They're missing that stronger runner. That
yeah. Yeah. And I think that like obviously the Packers are good, but I don't know. When the Lions didn't have confidence 5, 6, 7 years ago, yeah, of course. But I think that like a confident Lions team has not been studied enough because the Lions have never been confident until now. And so, like, what does a truly confident, well built Lions team over 10 seasons like truly look like? Because everyone's like, the Packers have beat the Lions forever. Like, okay, great, but the Lions sucked forever until like literally 3 years ago. Like, you had Megatron who was like just, annihilating everyone. But
Yeah.
but like that's like the one when I became a fan, I was like, who do I need to know about? That's like my one guy. It's like Dan Campbell was on the team in Megatron. I'm like, okay. And they're like, yeah, that's it. And I'm like, okay, okay. So I don't know. I think that like it's not to be underestimated. Like good leadership consistently with mature players over the next
and it's a
four,
solid
3, 5
foundation at
years.
the core. So we said it's built on principles.
Yeah.
The, uh, and what we talked about with Shadur, it's the whole team. It's a proper working city, Detroit. Proper uh,
Mm,
get your hands dirty, and the whole
yeah.
team does that. Even the
Right.
stars, they roll the sleeves up and they get stuck in. They want to. You can almost feel that energy and that. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what I mean about like Shadur. It's very different. That I'd like him to go to somewhere like that to really appreciate that real proper connection with the fans.
Right. And like, yeah, like dive into the grit versus like diving into like the glitz of it all.
Exactly, yeah.
People are downplaying the Lions. I think people are probably sleeping on them a little bit there because I think they're probably going to surprise a few people again.
It's like like it's just crazy to me that this is the storyline. Like if the Lions go to the Super Bowl, no one should be surprised.
No, I don't think so either. I'm with you.
Like
Yeah.
Aiden Hutchinson was one of like the he had like some of the most sacks and he barely even made a half the season. So like
Yeah.
and now he's back and you're like, I don't know about the line.
No, but yeah, yeah.
That man outplayed so many people who played the entire season. And Isaac Tesla, like that guy's a dog
He's good. Yeah, he looks
and
good.
he's young. And I don't know. I just feel like, everyone's like depth chart and like, we got it. So I just think it's crazy that people are like going to be surprised. It's like when a pretty girl gets a pretty boyfriend. I mean, like a hot boyfriend.
Yeah,
It's like you shouldn't be surprised. She's so hot and
he's
like
hot.
got it
Yeah.
together. And then she gets like a business owner, and people are like, nobody's surprised because you shouldn't be because it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm with you. That makes sense. Who do you think then, Victoria? Who's going to win the Super Bowl? Who do you think's the favourites? I guess everyone's got who they. Everyone picks the same sort of teams this time of year, but who do you think's going to do it?
I mean, isn't it like sacrilegious to say anybody? Come on.
Very optimistically, that one.
If that happens, I will pay you
We will clip this
500
bit because if
bucks.
that does happen, yeah.
If that happens, I'm going.
Literally, I will Venmo you 500 bucks if that happens.
Yeah. If that happens, I'm going.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
good.
I
You
don't
can
care
use the
about.
500 bucks for one hot dog at the stadium.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Um, that's so funny.
So
Like,
take
I
it,
think it's like
take
sacrilegious
it.
to say anybody except the Lions.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't do that to my team. They just
That's good.
help.
I like
The
the
girls
answer.
just welcomed me with open arms. I can't go on record saying anything else. But also, I just think that the ingredients are there. Um, but I mean, other
Take the
teams that I like
lines out
wouldn't
of
be.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of the Ravens. I think the Ravens really have it going on. I think that like, yeah, I just think they're fucking dogs over there. Um, I don't think it's going to be the Chiefs. I don't think the Chiefs are going back.
We're the same. We've got that opinion.
No
Yeah,
depth at all. I said to our guest last week on the pod, you take Mahomes and Chris Jones out that that first
yeah,
first whatever they call them, yeah, the starters, then they're gone. The defense will crumble and the offense will crumble.
Yeah, I think what's interesting about the Chiefs is that like if they were wearing like just black uniforms, no logo on them, if you watched them in the regular season, you would never guess that they are as much of a dynasty as they are. And I
Yeah,
do think that like there is a level of like professionalism and quality, like athleticism and like sports, I don't know what the word is, that makes them be able to turn on in a way that no other team really can during the playoffs. But I don't think that, like, long term, that's a great strategy, especially when you have new players coming in. And so I think that if they can figure out how to turn it on in the regular season, we'll see like a good playoff run from them. But if they wait till the playoffs to actually do something insane, then like they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna make it because there are so many other
there's some good
just
teams out there, isn't there?
I think for
Yeah.
them,
really good
for them
teams.
to repeat it, they need to have a statement win. For you to go out there and trounce somebody, for you to go out there and give someone a good
Yeah,
5, 6 scores.
yeah, yeah. And then I think the Eagles also, like, nobody around me is really talking about the Eagles. Like, just nobody's really talking about them. Like, they're
And
just kind
no, it's
of
odd. Yeah,
they're
They're
just
my they're my pick. It's
I
uh,
find it odd. Like he can't win it last year and not be up there to try and win it again. Like you said, no one's really
and
mentioned
only
them
got
really.
they've got stronger than last year,
yeah,
so you
yeah. And
can't.
I mean, like, I think that I recently said on a TikTok that I think that Jalen Hurts should be called America's husband. Because he's just like a stand-up guy. He's like private. He goes to work. He does his freaking job. He doesn't piss anyone
Yeah,
off. He's not doing or saying anything crazy on the internet. His wife is a badass. I don't know if you guys knew this, but his wife is an IBM executive.
no, I didn't know that, but that is impressive. Yeah,
I know. So like I think it's so hot that she like kept her corporate job. And I just think it really like says so much about them. And if you have like such a badass couple as those two as the people who are leading your team, because you know that also like the women are talking to the women and the guys are talking to the guys, and then they all go home at night. And I just think that, like, I mean, nobody's really talking about him, but maybe it's just because there's nothing to say, you know. This is facts.
So so we're sticking with the Lions there, are we?
we'll go with the Lions.
We're gonna
Sticking
stick
with
with
the
the
Lions.
Lions. I mean, it's time, man. I mean, I've gone my whole life. I mean, I know there's like people who've been wait, you know what's crazy? I met on TikTok, but there's a girl whose grandpa was the original owner of the Lions.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
Like, I'm pretty sure it was like when the name changed or something like that. And I was like, this is BS. Like, this girl's just trying to, like, I don't know. I feel like she's going to steal my money or something. And then I looked her up and I like went deep on the internet. And it really is like her great grandpa or great grandpa was like one of the original owners. And like that guy never saw anything good happen. And that's crazy. So like I
yeah,
say I've been
yeah.
waiting a long time, my like 3.5 years of being a fan, but like 30 years of being alive. So I feel like it's just like, let's make it happen, boys.
For it, I'm feeling that.
Exactly, yes, sir. Thank you for coming on, Victoria. Do you want to let our listeners know where they can find you? And
Yes.
promote
So
any
you
pods, discords, anything you've got to promote?
Yeah, I got a lot to plug. So my personal social is Hey Victoria Henderson on TikTok and Instagram. I have a podcast that is coming out shortly called The Game. It's a NFL based podcast by the girls for everyone, where we kind of mix lifestyle, pop culture, and the NFL. So whenever somebody scores a touchdown, you know their background. So you
I'm
can
loving
follow
that.
us at The Game, the podcast on all socials. And then we have a Substack community for the girls and friends. It is a paid subscription where we have a community chat. Girls are meeting up. Girls are teaching people about how to draft, what's going on. And then we have a free newsletter every single week. So you can subscribe to that on Substack as well.
So your tagline is for it's for Chad's, Brad's, and Victoria's.
Wait, what?
What?
You know, the whole football's for Chad's and Brad's. No, it's for Chad's, Brad's, and Victoria's.
Oh, Chad's, Brad's, and Victor. Yeah. You know
Yeah.
what? Hell yeah. For Chad's, okay, so we were just talking how we need something like fun to say consistently, and maybe
Maybe
we
that's
are
him.
just gonna have to use it and just tell everyone that it
Yeah.
came from you guys.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Well,
Thanks,
again,
Victoria.
yeah, thank you for coming on, and
Cool.
it's been
Thanks so
great,
much for
great
having
chatting with you.
me.
Cheers.